Hey everybody, I just want to give a little update on how to make sure that you stay focused when your twin throws you off. And you know what? That's not just for twins, that's for anybody. Especially, but I can't even say especially ladies because men go through this too. So when you get anybody that is throwing you off, that you're interested in, okay, and your expectations are so high, um, try to make sure you don't have so much expectations on an individual, and it doesn't give you a negative energy about yourself, and then you feel um, like, oh, this is happening again and again and again and again. So make sure that you keep your vibration high at all times. Just remember, if somebody comes to you and they're in any type of rejection or making you feel some sort of way, just make sure you keep your energy high. Switch off, this is happening again, or switch off feeling bad about yourself. Be in that moment, okay? Be in the moment and be grateful for something. Find a little something to show appreciation for just getting up in the day. It's a beautiful day, even if it's raining. You're able to reach out to somebody that's able to connect with you. Or if you're not, that means that it's time for you to enjoy who you are, a special person. It's always important to lift yourself up at any moment and make sure that whatever you do, you switch off that emotion that's going to give you a low frequency. It's so important to get through that and things along that line. So while you're wondering why did this individual do that, the key is for you to switch off your high expectations and your disappointment and realize that, hey, this is a moment for you to catch who you are and enjoy your time and enjoy who you are and to explore life and your connection with the universe. Because once you start doing that and you let go of all that disappointment, then you could reconnect to your purpose and you raise your frequency much, much higher. And these things are so important for us moving forward as individuals because we're all individuals no matter what. So we all have emotions, we have good days, we have bad days. Just take it as a good day that's you're gonna make it be even better. So once you switch off that mindset, then you'll be in a much better space, right? So we want to make that possible for you all by enlightening yourself. Always enlighten yourself. Make sure that you're not around anybody that's toxic and that's bringing you down and making you doubt who you are, because you're one special individual. You have a high purpose. Twins, you have a high purpose. You have to stay on top of things, even if your twin is making you feel less because they're not paying attention to you or they're so caught up in life's journey. Just remember that there's all to get you on the right road to your spiritual gifts, your connection with your higher self, your spirit team, so that they could do the work on that individual. It's so important that we remember these things and we gravitate to the likelihood that one day soon we will be able to be in a high level frequency earth, and it's coming even sooner than we expect, because if you check all the events that have taken place and if you line that up with the biblical things that are going on now, you'll be able to see a great difference in the energies of individuals, those that are not that understanding yet. That's okay, because we meet them where they're at, and we don't carry the disappointment of everything. So always be responsible for your own emotions and try not to generate and give off any negative energies yourself to anybody, because we have a tendency of doing that sometimes also. And if we could just master these things and switch off everything that happened in the past and stay in the present so that you could create your future and make your future even brighter than what you thought it will be, you know? So when you switch on your frequency to a brighter future and you change that energy, you'll be able to attract the people because they're going to do whatever they can to try to keep up with you. You know, so your twin is going to be drawn to that perfect energy that you're generating, and it's going to, they have no other choice but to turn up their frequency. So that's with anybody. So it's not just with a twin flame journey, it's with anybody. So that you're able to generate and manifest the things that you want and not live in the past. Living in the past will cause so many obstacles for you, and that's what you don't need. You don't need those obstacles. You need to bring a ray of sunshine into your life and switch from the way how you used to think. So do it this way. Every time you're thinking about, oh, this happened to me before, switch that off and turn it on to, okay, this is going to be better this time. I'm going to deal with it a little bit differently this time. And put yourself always, whenever you are putting your foot forward and it seems like, oh, this again, switch the thought into something where this time is going to be different and I'm going to do it differently this way, so that way you're motivating yourself to change your direction, and the things that were your challenge will no longer be a challenge. It'll be more of a glory for you in that sense. So we could do that as individuals. And when it comes to anybody that you know is strongly attracted to you, let's talk about that. And they're generating, and you give them an idea, and it's like they don't get the idea. Don't take that personally. What you can do is just sit back on that, sit back on that, because in time, they will come up and realize that same idea, and they'll generate it, because it takes time for people to be able to download the information that you have. It's like if you see something before, how it could happen if they do these steps, they may not be at that point yet, but in time, once they think about it, they'll be able to understand how they could get to the point that you're trying to get them to. And they'll come up with it, and they'll even suggest it to you. And then just don't say to them, I told you so. Because that's your ego, you know what I mean? So just realize that people will get there in their own time. But the key is you import those ideas for them so that they'll be able to download it how they are able to understand certain things, so that you'll be able to get to the points in your journey that you're trying to get to. And that way you're not taking on the burden, because they're not understanding and they're probably not feeling motivated to understand, and just meet people where they're at. That's always the best thing. That way you're not getting disappointed in the outcome of when you have a suggestion, because they will come back and be able to try to connect to you in a positive way, so that the two will be able to merge as one. But remember, just make sure your energy level is high. Make sure you're surrounding yourself either by yourself, if there's the best thing for you to do in the interim when there's nobody else positive around you, or generate to people that's going to be able to uplift you. You don't want to be brought down, especially if you're trying to keep your energy level up. So I want to just share all those things with the masses and everything like that, because that's part of our journey to be able to understand where we're at. Because you can make a phone call and the person's not available, how will you react, especially if you need to speak to somebody urgently? So always don't put so much expectation in something that you feel is urgent. Just calm down a little bit if you get to that point, because it can frustrate you. All of us get like that. Every single one of us, including myself. And so it's just a matter of, including myself, reprogramming how I expect people to be, because sometimes they may get frustrated with myself. So I have to put myself in their shoes and try to generate and be who I could be for them and for myself. I have to put myself first, because I have to make sure that nobody is draining me. And that's what we all have to do that. We have to put ourselves first so that nobody's actually draining us, and we're able to go where we need to go and be who we need to be and love who we need to love. Sometimes with this journey, we want to, what is going on? Is there a way out of it? And we do try to find a way out of it, especially when things go a little bit south. But lo and behold, we're back to square one, right, team? We're back to square one. So the key is, let's keep moving, let's keep focused, and let's see what we could get out of all of this here. Because, hey, we signed up for a twin flame journey before we got here. Is now that we're experiencing it, it may be challenging because we've been so programmed how we've been programmed. But guess what? If we could switch off that program and start rethinking the things that we've been programmed to think, and think the way that we signed our contract to think, we'll probably be much further ahead than we are now. Because you are great, you are awesome, and you are very, very special. And make sure you remember that always. And with that, I want to say much love. Peace out. See you tomorrow. Thanks for watching Twin Flame 1111. And I would like to hear from you on how your journey is shaping out. So please, if you can, leave a comment below and let me know where you're tuning in from. That's always great to know. If you like this video, please hit the like button and share with others. Also, if you haven't subscribed and would like to hear more on the love of us all and our journey, hit the subscribe button below and the bell. Much love always.